Hello, 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 lovely people. I am back for another Operation Mail Time. I have a fair amount of stack of comic books. Most of them are from one company. A lot of them are Bronze Age, which is great. But I've waited for most of them to come in. I'm still waiting for one or two more comics to come through, but I thought I'll get a video out and then they can be in another video. So let's get into it. First one is, came in a 2-pack. So Dark Hawk #1, first appearance of Dark Hawk, I'm pretty sure. And I thought, it was fairly cheap, and you never know what Marvel does in the future, so they could bring this character out. And then it came with this book. I didn't even take the price sticker off. I didn't pay that much, but it just came with it as part of the dealio bob, so that is great. But I mainly got it for this Dark Hawk #1. Now, all my Bronze Age stuff. These are, hopefully I got it in order. I don't think I do. We'll just roll with it. Paramount, I think it was, announced they have the rights for Atlas comics from the 1970s. Now, I might do a video on this later because it's a bit complicated. But Atlas eventually became Marvel, but then somehow I was reading Dynamite has like Atlas series. I don't know, it's really confusing. I want to do a proper video on it eventually and do some research on that, but I bought a whole bunch of Atlas comics when the news hit that Paramount bought the rights to do something with Atlas comics. I went on and managed to find a whole bunch of these comics for like $3 each. They're not in the best condition because no one really cared about these comics until now. So, and you think 1975 or whenever it was, they're pretty beat up. But I got a whole bunch of #1s, a whole bunch of first appearances. These are all key issues. So I got them for super cheap. So let's get into it. So we have Target #1, or Target, I don't know. You've had it now, Target. You're going down with the ship. So you never know, they could do like a John Wick sort of deal with this guy. Then we have Phoenix #3. This is also, this is the first appearance of the Dark Avenger. So he is in this book. About halfway through, there's like 2 separate stories in this. I've flicked through it. The first part is all blurry, it's really weird printing. And the second part is a bit more clearer where the Dark Phoenix is. No, Dark Avenger, sorry. So there we go. Then we have the Cougar #1. The Cougar. And then a Hollywood stuntman turned Night Stalker. So there we go, the Cougar. I got the Cougar #2, which is his origin. The origin of Cougar. Again, they're okay for 1975 sort of condition. You know what I mean? They're okay. They're not too beat up. There's only a couple of spine ticks. I don't know if you can see, but there's only a couple of spine ticks of it. So they're not in bad condition, especially when you only paid a couple of dollars for it. The Scorpion #3. Now, the Scorpion was like a detective sort of thing from what I understand, like Target before. But issue 3 is the first time they switched him to a superhero with a superhero suit. So I picked up #3. Again, this has no spine ticks actually. Look at that. There's no spine ticks. Go team. So this is actually in oh, there's a damage in the corner there, but other than that, it's doing alright. And the corner up the top. It's like a thumb thing. But yeah, first time he's in a Scorpion suit sort of deal. So there we go. Then we have let's go this one. the Iron Jaw. Kind of like the Conan Barbarian sort of deal. This one is Iron Jaw. So they have another character, I can't remember what it was, similar to this, but I can't remember what it was now. This is like super dirty, but these are all like $3.50 each, so, you know, just a bit of a clean, it'll be alright. Not too many spine ticks in this one too, which is great, just dirty. Then we have, this one is pretty ripped, or sort of ripped, the Hands of the Dragon. Origin issue. This is number 1. So that was number 1 as well. So Hands of the Dragon. This one's pretty beat up. Tons of spine ticks. There's a rip here, but it doesn't go all the way through. It's kind of like a rip that isn't a rip, if that makes sense. That's not like torn. It's just kind of like a scratch, like a deep scratch. So the Hands of the Dragon. And then finally, the Grim Ghost. I guess it's kind of like their mental blank, Ghost Rider sort of character, but this one is the Grim Ghost. So there we go. Not bad condition. It's a bit, the spine has rolled, as we can see, sort of. The staple's still intact. Anyway, so I bought all of these for like $3 each. Like, there is so many here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 Atlas comics. And Paramount bought them all, and I managed to find what I could of key issues for a reasonable price. There were some that were a bit more, but I didn't want to pay crazy amounts for like beat up comics. But there we go. Just a bit random Bronze Age sort of comics, which is great, that I managed to pick up based upon whether Paramount uses anything to do with these comics. They have the rights to them, so they can do whatever they want to. So it was a nice little hunt for me to go out and look for that sort of comics. As Mr. Tom Taylor's picture falls down. Anyway, oh no, do you know what I'm missing? I'm missing Jim Lee. Oh no, I forgot to set him up. Oh well, what a shame. Apologies, Mr. Jim Lee. You will feature in my next video. Oh, what a shame. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. And be sure to check out more comic book stuff. I got a pretty good pickup recently based upon recent prices. I managed to pick up some sweet deals, so be sure to check out that soon. And until then, bye!